as a lady should. All that glitters is gold.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm.
1971 wasn't just another year for rock. It was a cultural explosion. From anthems that filled stadiums to prog rock experiments that reshaped music forever. This year delivered tracks that we still can't escape. Today, we'll revisit 10 unforgettable rock songs from 1971 that changed music and the way we hear it forever. Few songs capture the spirit of rock mythology, like Stairway to Heaven, released on Led Zeppelin IV. It begins with gentle acoustic melody.
Your stairway lies on the whisper,
drawing listeners in, before gradually climbing to one of the most iconic guitar solos of all time. The way Robert Plant's vocals build from soft reflection to fiery proclamation gave the track a sense of mystery, almost like a spiritual journey. While it was never released as a single, it dominated rock radio and became one of the most requested songs of a decade. For fans, it wasn't just music, it was an experience. The song also sparked decades of debate over hidden meanings and rumors about backward messages, only fueling its legend. Even today, Stairway to Heaven remains more than just a classic. It's a rite of passage for rock listeners.
Into this house we're born.
Riders on the Storm stands as one of the Doors' most haunting works. Released on L.A. Woman in 1971, it became the last song Jim Morrison recorded before his untimely death. The eerie atmosphere, crafted by Ray Manzarek's rain-like keyboards, the jazzy bass line, Morrison's almost whispered vocals, feels ghostly, like a farewell frozen in time. Its lyrics move between a wandering traveler's journey and darker illusions, giving an edge of menace wrapped in beauty. The storm effects layered across the track deepen its mystique, making listeners feel like they were caught in an endless drive through pouring rain. When Morrison passed away only weeks after its release, fans couldn't help but link the song to his fate. Riders on the Storm is more than a track. It's Morrison's parting gift, a haunting echo of his voice that still lingers.
Brown sugar, just like a young girl should now.
When the Rolling Stones kicked off the 70s with Brown Sugar, they did it with a bang. The song, which opened their legendary Sticky Fingers album, combined raw blues swagger with Mick Jagger's provocative lyrics and Keith Richards' instantly recognizable guitar riff. From its first note, the track hit hard, unapologetically brash and confident. It quickly shot to #1 in the U.S., cementing the Stones as the reigning kings of gritty rock. But Brown Sugar also stirred controversy, thanks to lyrics that touched on taboo themes of the time. That edge only added to its reputation as a rebellious anthem. The swagger, the groove, the danger, it's everything that made the Stones larger than life. Decades later, Brown Sugar is still a live staple and one of the most powerful reminders of why the Rolling Stones earned their reputation as the world's greatest rock and roll band. Often mistaken as Teenage Wasteland, Baba O'Riley is a Who at their most innovative. Released on Who's Next in 1971, it opens with Pete Townshend's hypnotic synthesizer loop, a sound that felt futuristic and groundbreaking at the time. Then Roger Daltrey's commanding vocals enter, channeling youthful rebellion and defiance. The track perfectly captured the restlessness of a generation searching for meaning in the aftermath of the 60s. Its mix of rock power chords with experimental synth textures gave it an entirely new dimension, one that influenced countless bands to come. By the time the violin solo soars to the end, it feels like an anthem not just for teenagers, but for anyone caught in the storm of change. Baba O'Riley remains one of Who's most beloved songs, a powerful reminder that rock could be both experimental and explosively anthemic at the same time.
I'll be the roundabout, the words make you
Progressive rock reached new heights in 1971, and yes, Roundabout was one of its defining statements. Opening with Steve Howe's distinctive acoustic riff before bursting into Chris Squire's thunderous bass line. The track immediately stood apart from standard rock fare. At over 8 minutes long, Roundabout was ambitious, filled with complex arrangements, shifting rhythms, and soaring harmonies from John Anderson. It blended technical mastery with melodic hooks, making prog rock more accessible without losing its adventurous edge. The song became a centerpiece of the Fragile album, earning, yes, global acclaim and eventually heavy radio play. Despite its length, for many listeners, Roundabout served as a gateway into progressive rock movement, where virtuosity and experimentation defined the genre. Its mix of precision and passion ensured its legacy as one of prog's most iconic tracks. Even today, Roundabout stands tall as proof that complexity can also be unforgettable.
Much too fast to take that test.
In 1971, David Bowie was still carving his place in the music world, but changes hinted at the icon he was about to become. Featured on the Hunky Dory album, the song is deceptively simple at first. Playful piano chords, light rhythms, and Bowie's crisp vocals. But beneath that charm lies a powerful message about transformation, identity, and rebirth. Turn and Face the Strange became a mantra, not only for Bowie's ever-shifting career, but also for an audience navigating a rapidly changing world. Changes didn't become a hit overnight, but it grew into one of Bowie's signature songs, often quoted as a defining statement of his artistry. It's both a personal reflection and a universal anthem, reminding us that evolution is not just inevitable but necessary. For rock history, Changes wasn't just a song. It was a declaration of an artist destined to reinvent music over and over again.
Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore.
Rod Stewart's breakthrough came with Maggie May, a song that perfectly blended folk rock and storytelling charm. Released on the Every Picture Tells a Story album, it told the tale of a young man caught in a complicated relationship with an older woman. Stewart's raspy, emotional delivery gave the lyrics authenticity, while the mandolin outro made it instantly recognizable. The track became a surprise smash, topping charts in both the US and UK, and cementing Stewart's place as a rock star. What made Maggie May stand out wasn't just its catchy melody, but its narrative honesty, something listeners could relate to, even if they hadn't lived that exact story. For Stewart, it turned him from band frontman into a global solo sensation. Decades later, Maggie May still carries that bittersweet mix of joy and regret, making it one of rock's most enduring and human songs.
Nobody gonna take my car, we're gonna race it to the ground. Nobody gonna beat my car.
Few songs embody pure rock energy better than Deep Purple's Highway Star. First unveiled during live shows in 1971, it became a highlight of the band's legendary Machine Head album the following year. With its roaring riffs, John Lord swirling organ solos, and Ian Gillan soaring vocals, it set a new standard for hard rock intensity. The track is often cited as a blueprint for heavy metal and speed metal, thanks to its blistering guitar solo from Ritchie Blackmore. What began as an impromptu jam on a tour bus grew into a rock anthem about speed, freedom, and power on the open road. When Deep Purple performed it live, Highway Star turned into a show-stopping spectacle that left audiences stunned. Its relentless drive and technical brilliance ensured its place as one of the most powerful rock tracks of 1971, and a cornerstone of heavy music.
Sitting on the park bench by the little girls who live bad intent.
Jethro Tull's Aqualung was as bold lyrically as it was musically. Released as a title track of their 1971 album, it combined gritty guitar riffs with Ian Anderson's biting vocals, tackling themes of poverty, religion, and society's hypocrisy. Its heavy, almost doomy opening riff gave it instant power, while the track's shifting dynamics showcased Tull's progressive ambitions. The song didn't shy away from controversy. His critique of organized religion made waves at the time, and the album itself sparked endless debates about whether it was a concept record. But Aqualung became a defining moment in the band's career, earning them a reputation for both musical innovation and fearless commentary. With its mix of hard rock crunch and lyrical provocation, Aqualung stood apart from anything else released that year. It remains not just a Tull classic, but one of the essential rock songs of 1971.
Overhead the albatross hangs motionless upon the air.
At over 23 minutes long, Echoes was no ordinary rock song. It was a journey, closing out Pink Floyd's Metal album in 1971. It signaled the band's full embrace of the experimental soundscapes that would define their future masterpieces. From the opening submarine-like ping to David Gilmour soaring guitar lines, the track moved through phases of quiet introspection, psychedelic exploration, and triumphant crescendos. Richard Wright's keyboards added depth and atmosphere, while Roger Waters' lyrics hinted at human connection and isolation. Though far from radio-friendly, Echoes became a live centerpiece, with performances stretching even longer than the studio version. For many fans, it marked the true beginning of Pink Floyd's golden era, paving the way for Dark Side of the Moon. It wasn't just a song, it was an experience, a sonic landscape that left listeners transformed. Echoes proved that rock could be limitless in ambition. 1971 gave us a soundtrack of transformation, rebellion, and experimentation. From the anthemic power of Stairway to Heaven to the epic sprawl of Echoes, these songs prove rock to be both raw and boundless. If you love this journey through rock history, hit like, subscribe, and join us for more deep dives.